Hello, my name is Kathy, and today I'll be discussing how to use homeopathic remedies on ailments, continuing with brain and nervous system ailments starting with the letters F2 to H. But before I do this, I wanted to let you know that because I have a great many videos now on many different topics, that I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easy to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Please refer to my How to Use Homeopathic Remedies video before using the material in this video. I will be discussing how to use homeopathic remedies on specific ailments, but I've broken these ailments into categories for easier references. I'll begin with ailments of the mind and emotions, then I'll move to ailments of the brain and nervous system, and then issues of the skin, nails, and hair, eyes, ears, nose, teeth, gums, lungs, respiration, heart, blood pressure, circulation, muscles, bones, joints, esophagus, stomach, duodenum, ailments of the small and large intestines, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, kidney, bladder, and ailments specific to women, specific to men, issues of the hormones and metabolism, and issues of the immune system, and issues surrounding fertility and pregnancy and surrounding childbirth and postnatal problems. The homeopathic remedies that address special problems in infants, ailments and diseases in childhood, and special issues of adolescence, and finally special issues of the elderly. Constitutional treatment involves treating the totality of the individual person. Everyone is a unique individual with a unique physiology that responds to substances differently. In homeopathy, it's recognized that people will react strongly to certain remedies, and as a result of this, they can be loosely placed into different categories called constitutional types. Homeopaths talk, for example, of phosphoric types. These are people who react strongly to phosphorus, or arsenicum album types, those who react strongly to arsenicum album. The belief is that people of one type share similarities in terms of body type, character, and personality, and the sorts of diseases from which they suffer. As an example, Natrum mirror people tend to be pear-shaped, have a dark complexion, be fastidious and rigid in personality, and keep themselves to themselves. They also crave salt and suffer from constipation. As another example, Lycopodium types tend to be tall, gangly, and of stooped appearance, with an anxious expression and a craving for sweets, and a propensity to produce intestinal gas. Of course, constitutional types have their limitations. In reality, each person is an individual, and so there are as many constitutional types as there are human beings. An account must be taken of the sum total of the person's inherent predispositions, past illnesses, diet, general reactions to the environment, intellectual and emotional features, and general attitude towards life. This is what is meant by constitutional treatment. I'll be making detailed videos of the various constitutional types after I've completed the use of homeopathic remedies on ailments. The ideas, procedures, and suggestions in this video and all my homeopathic videos are not intended as a substitute for the medical advice of a trained health professional. Consult your physician before adopting the suggestions in this video. If you're pregnant, do not attempt these techniques without the approval of your physician. So let us continue with learning how homeopathic treatments can help with brain and nervous system ailments. Today, we'll continue with the brain and nervous system ailments that begin with the letter F, part 2 to H. Fits. Fits can take different forms depending on the parts of the brain affected. For reasons that are not clear, the electrical signals sent out by nerve cells in the affected parts of the brain suddenly become very strong, disrupting the function of surrounding cells, causing uncontrollable jerking and twitching of various parts of the body. In 2/3 of cases, no physiological cause can be found. In other cases, the cause may be brain damage, either sustained at birth or the result of a head injury, brain infections such as encephalitis, or brain tumors. One fit does not constitute epilepsy, which is a recurring condition. In children, fits may be due to them holding their breath. However, if you or a member of your family has had a fit for whatever presumed reason, you should consult your doctor. Specific remedies to be taken every 60 seconds for up to 10 doses immediately after the person stops twitching and jerking. For a fit brought on by a fright or fear, use aconite 30C. For a fit that follows an attack of gastroenteritis, particularly in infants having an allergic reaction to cow's milk, with drowsy spells after vomiting or passing stool, pupils dilated, teeth clenched, thumbs clenched inside fists, use Aethusa, that's Aethusa, 6C. For a person experiencing a fit who is red-faced, with feverish eyes wide and staring, and where the symptoms are made worse by jolting or jarring, use Belladonna 30C. For a fit that's brought on by teething or after an outburst of anger, especially if one cheek is red and the other is white, with greenish watery stools and thumbs clenched inside the palms, use Chamomilla 6C. If the fit is very violent, where the face and lips turn blue, the thumbs are clenched inside the fist, use Cuprum 6C. For fits that are brought on by exposure to the sun or intense heat, where the head is hot and congested and the fingers and toes spread wide, use Glonoinum 30C. For fits brought on by emotional upset with a face pale and the twitching starts in the face, use Ignatia 6C. For the person experiencing a fit, especially a child, in pre-rash stage of an infectious illness, whose head rolls from side to side, and there are fidgety movements of the feet and legs, and there's a very bad temperament before the attack comes on, use Zinc 6C. Headaches. Most headaches are due to strains on the muscles in the neck or the head, or congestion of the blood vessels that supply them. The brain itself cannot feel pain because it contains no pain receptors. Headaches can be a symptom of anxiety, stress, physical tension, especially in the back and shoulders, lack of sleep, overconsumption of caffeine in tea or coffee, or sudden cutting down of caffeine intake. Food allergies, eye strain, fever, hypoglycemia, low blood sugar, especially if you have not eaten for some time. Migraines, a recurring one-sided headache with nausea, vomiting, and visual disturbances. Drug side effects, especially if you have started a new drug. Sinusitis, especially after a cold, if there is dull pain or tenderness in the cheeks or around the eyes that gets worse when you bend forward. Cervical spondylosis, stiff neck and an ache that extends from the spine to the top of the head. Headaches made worse by lifting, driving, or turning your head slowly, and often spinal problems. Premenstrual tension, the headache comes on before a period. Post-herpetic neuralgia, following shingles. Malocclusion or sepsis after dental treatment. In this case, see your dentist. And high blood pressure. That very common form of headache, the hangover, is mainly caused by dehydration. The temporal arteries experience a dull throbbing headache behind one or both temples and is caused by inflammation of the arteries that supply the scalp. Headaches can also be a symptom of damage to the blood vessels in and around the brain itself, or of infection to the tissues surrounding the brain and spinal cord. In such cases, prompt action and close observation are required. See a doctor immediately. If the headache follows a head injury and the person is drowsy, nauseous, and vomiting, the cause may be an extradural brain hemorrhage, in which case call 911. When a headache has lasted for several days and seems worse in the morning and is accompanied by nausea and vomiting, see a doctor within 12 hours. High blood pressure, stress, or a brain tumor may be the cause of it. Specific remedies to be taken every 10 to 15 minutes for up to 10 doses. The headache comes on suddenly, feels worse in cold and drafty surroundings. The person is apprehensive and the headache feels like a tight band around the head, or as if the brains are being forced out of the head. Use aconite 30C. For headaches where the head feels bruised and aching, the pain is occasionally sharp and is made worse by stooping. Use Arnica 30C. For headaches that feel stinging, stabbing, and burning, and the rest of the body feels bruised and tender, and the symptoms are worse in hot, stuffy surroundings, use Apis 30C. For headaches that are throbbing and drumming, and the person has a flushed face, dilated pupils, and is distinctly worse in hot sun, use Belladonna 30C. For headaches where the head feels bruised, with sharp stabbing pain that is made worse by the slightest eye movement, use Bryonia 30C. For headaches where the head feels full and swollen, the face purple and congested looking, the expression dull and heavy, and dilated pupils, and the limbs are weak and shaky, use Gelsemium 6C. For violent headaches in which every heartbeat sets up an answering thump and throb in the head, made worse by stooping or shaking of the head, use Glonoinum 30C. For bursting, aching headaches where the scalp is hypersensitive and is worse in damp, foggy weather, use Hypericum 30C. For a headache that is described as a tight band across the forehead or as a nail being driven out through the side of the head, use Ignatia 6C. For a person who is often irritable and is prone to dull, dizzy, bruising headaches that are rather like being beaten around the head, that are worse first thing in the morning, but better when the person gets up, use Nux 6C. For pressing, bruising headaches that are associated with fatigue and are made worse by reading and alleviated by rest, use Ruta 6C. Specific remedies. For hangovers to be taken hourly for up to 6 doses with copious glasses of water between the doses where the headache is the main feature of the distress. For relief of hangovers where the person wants to be left alone, use Chamomilla 6C. For hangovers where the head feels supersensitive and the mind is in overdrive, where tea and coffee makes things worse, use Coffea 6C. For headaches that feel as if the person has been beaten and where they feel dull, dizzy, and irritable, use Nux 6C. For weeping and miserable people whose hangover is due to rich food as well as alcohol, use Pulsatilla 6C. Migraine headaches. Migraines are occasional severe headaches that are usually confined to one side of the head. They are associated with nausea and vomiting, blurred vision and other visual disturbances, as well as intolerance to light and occasional numbness and tingling in the arms. In a severe attack, the only thing to do is lie down in a darkened room until the symptoms wear off. Attacks are often heralded by abnormal tiredness, nausea, and flashing, shimmering, or distortion of objects towards the edge of the visual field. Once the migraine headache comes on, these symptoms tend to disappear. The immediate cause of migraine headaches is constriction, then swelling of the arteries that supply the brain. 3 times as many women suffer from migraines as men. Homeopathic treatment of migraines is constitutional. However, the remedies that follow are recommended for use in emergency situations. Specific remedies. To be taken every 15 minutes for up to 10 doses, if possible at the first sign of an attack. For migraine headaches where there is a blurring of vision before the headache comes on, and a tight feeling in the scalp, The headache is right-sided but less insistent if the person moves around, and vomit is mostly bile. Use Iris 6C. For migraine headaches that are worse on the right side and it feels as if the temples are being screwed into each other and we're trying to concentrate makes the pain worse with dizziness, use Lycopodium 6C. For migraine headaches that are throbbing and blinding, where warmth and moving around make the migraine headache worse, and the head feels overstuffed and congested, and where the attack is preceded by numbness and tingling in the lips, nose, and tongue, use Natrum 6C. For migraine headaches that are worse in the evening or during a woman's period, and are aggravated by rich fatty foods, where the head feels as if it is about to burst, and the person usually bursts into tears from the pain, use Pulsatilla 6C. For migraine headaches that are worse in the morning, with bursting pain that is right-sided and seems to start at the back of the head, with the pain extending into the right shoulder, and there is some improvement later in the day, use Sanguinaria 6C. For migraine headache pains that start at the back of the head, then it shifts and settles above one eye and is aggravated by cold and alleviated by wrapping the head up warmly and tightly, and the person is prone to head sweats, use Silicea 6C. For migraine headaches with sharp, darting, severe pain over the left eye, and the pain seems to pulse with every heartbeat, and stooping or moving suddenly makes the pain worse, use Spigelia 6C. For migraine headaches that are left-sided and feel as if the head is being pierced by a nail, use Thuja 6C. I have a great many videos now on many different topics, so I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easy to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Well, that's it for now. To stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Take care.